We must think anew and act anew. I happen to be standing on America's first transcontinental highway, which happens to be the longest highway from coast to coast in the country of the United States of America. I believe it's about 2,900 and some odd miles roughly, give or take. But anyhow, it's really interesting for me to actually have traveled and gone on this road, this highway, all the way through. It's Highway 80. Straight through the heart of America. And it's, for me, it's astonishing to actually see such things as you're driving across the highway over there. You can see it back there, down over there. You see such a grand monument, you're like, wow. And for what he stands for, what he has stood for, and what he continues to stand for today, we must think and act anew. And that's definitely the case. I would strongly believe. And not just that, I'm actually going to live my life, or my life is dedicated to such a phrase, such a statement, thinking anew and acting anew, just because of the fact, or of the evidence that we have today, with the many results of individuals, my family and friends personally, what I've seen them do, and you add them to the grand statistics of things in this region of the world when it comes to health, finance, households, families, whatnot. There's a lot of pain that many of us are suffering. And it has to do with what's been shown to us, what's been taught to us, and passed down to us. And also, I would say, on an individual standpoint, where the desire to know more, to be curious, to grow, to want to learn, evolve, experience something great, or to see a better version of yourself. So it's an interesting combination. However, my life is dedicated to thinking and acting anew, and I would say that consists of taking on new habits, day-to-day habits, day-to-day rituals, being committed to things and staying committed to these things, remaining focused on what it is that you want to do, or what it is that you want to accomplish, and why you want to accomplish it. I know for me it's definitely a challenge. You know, having come from a very, very unstable upbringing, I've seen patterns within myself, being able to bounce around and constantly bouncing around, quitting things. However, I've mustered up the personal power. I found it within myself to stop and truly be committed to myself, my passions, my dreams, discovering my best version of myself, not only for me, but for the love that I have for my future family, the family that I don't even have yet, the genuine love that I have for people, the world. Because it disturbs me. I'm actually a very sensitive individual, but it disturbs me to see many family and friends and just the world through the different media outlets, what we see out here in the world, what I see out here in the world, literally in the streets. It's disheartening. And to know that a lot of these things that we suffer, the pains that we suffer, are self-induced. We choose to suffer. And we don't have to. That's why I'm alive. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm shooting these videos, because I genuinely want to share that message with you. We do not have to suffer any longer. And thinking and acting anew, I hope that you actually embrace that. Take that in. Like, wow, I no longer have to suffer anymore. I have the choice and power to be happy. I have the choice and power to go out there and do whatever it is that I want with my life. Create whatever I want, experience whatever I want. Every day is a new day, it's a new gift, it's a blessing. I'm so glad that I've taken the time, or I've gone through the experiences that I've gone through. A lot of the pain so far. There's been more pain than pleasure. I've actually learned, or I knew how to make pleasure of all that pain, but it was destructive. Anyhow, I'm very glad that I've gone through, or I should, to add to that, I should say, I'm very glad that I've gone through all those things, because it drove me. I've had this chip on my shoulder for so long. I've had this burning flame inside of me, and it's led me to the right path. It's led me to the right people. It's led me to the right community. It's led me to the right mentors. And not just that, the right timing. The timing that we're living in today is amazing in 2015. The world's largest transfer of wealth is going down today because of a baby boom era. Not just that, where we are with technology, where it's advancing and where it's going to be, riding the digital wave, the gold rush, if you will. That's what this whole corridor was even built for. People were heading west to go to the gold rush on the west coast of California, the Oregon Trail and whatnot. And for me to be here right now and share this message with you, I'm so glad that I have found Six Figure Mentors and Digital Experts Academy, Jay Kubasek, Stuart Ross, man, Jay Kubasek, oof, that guy. It's gonna be interesting when I shake that guy's hand. To be the one day when I first heard of Jay Kubasek, I was living in the back of one of my ex-girlfriends, or I was living in the back of my ex-girlfriend's aunt's house in a mobile home. Okay, and I remember I got a phone call, or I remember I spent my last like $50-some to get this black box secrets or whatever, and I'm just so glad. I'm so glad, because I've been holding on by the skin of my teeth this whole time, and finally found it within myself to invest in myself, invest in my life, invest in my future. Anyhow, you guys follow along, click subscribe as I continue on discovering myself and how to deliver this message and deliver value to you guys. Have you guys live an amazing life. Love your days ahead. Get out there and go discover the gem in you. This is your boy Mark. I'm out.